Sometimes children get in their play and they start teasing one another, running after each other, or tickling one another, whatever it is, and it gets to be annoying to one child, and then it creates a problem. And so some families outlaw all teasing altogether. Let's talk about teasing, because I think that teasing can be fun. I don't think teasing in itself is wrong. Although if it has been misused in your family, you might want to outlaw it for a period of time. But a number of families have fun with teasing. It can be playful, and that playful time can be a time of just enjoying each other. So teasing isn't necessarily evil. But teasing does have a line. When it crosses the line, then it can be hurtful. And sometimes people use teasing to bring out some offense, or tease someone about some challenge that they have in their lives. And that, of course, that kind of teasing is not helpful. It's not edifying, and it crosses the line. And children need to know where this line is with teasing, so that what they're doing is edifying and not hurtful. It's loving. We're trying to teach children how to be loving, but sometimes in our teasing, we can be loving at the same time. So it's going to take some practice. And I think the best way to teach this is in life experiences, because it's hard to just sit down and say, this is when teasing is good and when this is when it's not good with children. Mostly it's learned through their life experience as they're playing and saying things. So certainly when they've crossed the line by saying something unkind in their teasing, then that's when we want to draw the line. We say, that's not loving. We can't do that. That's not the right kind of response. I know you think you're being funny, but that kind of teasing is not helpful. But then there's the teasing where, you've got the squirt guns out and one child's squirting the other, and it's kind of teasing them, and they're running back and forth. But finally, one of the children wants to stop. And I think every family needs a stop rule. The stop rule is this rule that when someone uses their words and says stop, that activity stops. I think a great way to teach this is with a parent. I would tickle my kids, and I would say, when you say stop, I'll stop. And so I would tickle them, and we'd have a great time. And they'd say stop because they're out of breath. And I would stop right away, because I'm teaching them an important lesson. Your words are valuable. This is so important to stop. It has a lot of good ramifications. Words are important. And when I'm being abused or mistreated, my words are valuable. And, uncle comes over and he starts tickling, and he doesn't stop when they say stop. And that child knows. He said, Dad, I said stop, and he wouldn't stop, because they know there's a line that was crossed, and that line's going to be valuable as they get older and they use their words, and those words are not valued by someone else, and they cross the line. They'll know that something is wrong here. So having a stop rule is a great tool on a number of different fronts. But really, in this case, when it comes to teasing, we're teaching our children that we can have fun with each other. We can play together. We can laugh, and we can joke around. But sometimes one person wants to be done before the other person wants to be done. And if you don't stop, that's when we're going to have the tears or the anger in situations. You have to be able to respond when someone says, that's where the line is. I'm done with this. This all idea comes when we understand more about love. And the Bible does describe love in 1 Corinthians 13. Here's some words that it uses to describe. Put this in the context of what we're talking about now. Love, it says, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. And I think if we start applying the love principle as we're engaged with other people, we can enjoy teasing and allow it to have a place in our family. But we also know where the line is, so that we can say, okay, it's done. We're going to stop that. So parents can be listening for that stop it, or the stop rule, and the words being used there. And then they can step in as the umpire and say, okay, you're done. You need to listen to what your sister's saying. And in doing so, we can reinforce this very important value of the words of a person. When they're saying those words, they mean something.